out yet, so I don't know for sure. All right, Grixis Planeswalkers. Some parallels to Jeskai Walkers in that we have like Saheeli and Sarkhan as ways to close games out. One of the kind of cheeky things this deck is doing is that it's important to remember that Elderspell not only destroys a bunch of Planeswalkers, but also powers up a Planeswalker. So one of the things that this deck is looking to do is, with Nicol Bolas Dragon God here, alongside some cheaper Planeswalkers, we can, like, play Nick and then Elderspell two of our smaller Planeswalkers and ult Nick the turn we play him. So we kind of have a surprise 1-2 gotcha in some situations. So let's dive on into some matches here and see how that goes, if it plays out like that for us. Ooh. Tron was really disappointing this morning. I had one match where I had a misclick lose it for me, but overall I'm just kind of bored with Tron. The games are kind of dry. A Magical Cow, thank you for the 2 months and welcome back. Moo. This hand is just not. I guess I'm on the play. Alright. Black's our most represented mana source. The classic Mobilized District in my Nicol Bolas God Dragon deck. Since I'm pretty confident that we don't that's nice. So I'm pretty confident that we made top 1,000 last season. We're just going to be able to play everything on the ladder this season, which is nice. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take Sarkhan here. He's castable at least. Hopefully Kasmina here is going to allow us to filter through some stuff. Sure.
Such violence.
Hey, Windowhead, thank you for the 3 months support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Probably bidding this cast down here. Yikes! How many black sources are in this deck? There's like 19, right?
I know my responsibility.
5,
Oh, I've done the hero
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 16 plus 3 beacons. All right, there we go. There we go. Wait, what did they bounce? Did they just not? They just bounce nothing instead of bouncing this? Hey, it's Mesabatage. Thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime support there. Oh, they bounced by token. I'm dumb. I was looking at my mana base and I forgot we had a token.
My students are
Forgot we had a token. It's okay. It's okay. I'll get there eventually.
Let us fight. Magnificent.
They bounced new mod. This does kind of look like Kenji, doesn't it? Yeah, we found our black sources. The Kasminian Devil did as expected and pumped those up for us. This is incredibly rude.
Notice I didn't say fair. Am I dematerializing? Huh.
That's more like it.
Sweet. So Kasmina protects Sarkhan too when we plus here, which is sweet. Do I value Elderspell? I don't know. I don't know that I do. I kind of think I just want to like Thought Erasure, Narset down tick, plus my Planeswalker, smack them. Wow. Wow. All right. Let's just I'll take that one, please. Yikes. Listen, look at this format. Just like dueling main deck elder spells. What a cluster.
Past, present, and future. Hone your prowess.
To infinity and beyond.
Coming.
This is why I have an absurd mono redwood rate. Yep. Hey, thanks, Brute Z. Sounds good. Yeah, cast down this. The Kasmina Devil has excellent protection here.
Business to attend to anyway.
Four-color command tends to have a bad mono-red matchup. Four-color command is like, some of their draws with Wild Growth Walker are good against mono-red, but their average draw really isn't.
No time for a break.
No time for a break. Yeah! Yeah! +1 this. Glowing red circle of no. It empowers me, chat. It empowers me. Just No siree. That one is not okay. Just bye, Felicia. I say nay, for I am a horse. Nay. How's the rank floor feeling? I think I have 2 pips right now. Morning, dude. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not a big fan of mulliganing too aggressively in matchups where my opponent's going to be Thought Erasuring me. I just want to, like, keep most reasonable hands that have, like, castable spells and lands. Hey, Commander Bun Bun. Thanks for the 4 months. Hey, I appreciate that. Welcome back. Morning, Oat Rose. Nobody blink.
I will defend my allies.
They have Spell Pierce, and they're Spell Piercing this instead of this. God bless. M20 comes out in July, right? Yep. I believe the pre-release date is July 6th. So that means the release date on Arena will probably be like the 4th or the 5th. 3rd, 4th, 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there. It's a little unfortunate losing him to an Othakaya. Maybe I'm supposed to plus him there to prevent that, but like at the same time, like if I plus him there, they get to get a veto with the Karn, which seems not ideal. It is fairly soon. Magic's got a good regular release cycle. As I kind of fall back in, yep, rotation in October. as I kind of fall back into like a schedule and a pattern, I'll probably be scaling back my hours a touch as we get closer to the set release. So I like to make a point to take a little bit of time off before I scale things up around the set release. All right, let's start by doing this. They didn't,
You cannot see your folly.
Whoa, all right. Deal. Dubs. In for Dubs, Ugin. As you will. Anything I want to see reprinted in M20 specifically? I would love to see Grafdigger's Cage printed in M20. Grafdigger's Cage would be a really sweet, elegant answer to Experimental Frenzy. Hey, Pikes, thanks for the 12 months. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good one. This hand's a little slow, but I've got I just clicked Mulligan, didn't I? I think that last hand was a keep. This hand is probably a keep. I don't know. This hand just needs a black source. I think that first hand was probably a keep because it had Ritual of Soot, but it's not a good day for clicking. Cage, like, kind of answers Dreadhorde, because Cage doesn't stop Planeswalkers from coming back into play, unfortunately. Are shocks and check lands likely to be reprinted? Well, shock lands aren't rotating. Generally speaking, check lands aren't a permanent fixture. They tend to rotate through a variety of different dual lands in Standard. Still Troll in, thanks for the 4 months, welcome back. Alright, I'm going to restart Arena really quick here. It's doing this kind of staticky... It's doing a different staticky noise than the 3-hour static bug. So let's try this again. These people are great by their stuff. These people all so great by their stuff. Alright, hopefully back to a Magic Arena that doesn't have an audio bug. Yeah, rotation always happens in the fall. Every October. I would love to see Temples come back. Temples would be my pick for favorite land reprint. Yeah, Cage stops Green Black Citadel, but Citadel's a pretty fringe archetype. Temples mitigate a lot of variants, and notably Temples are dual lands that favor control in mid-range decks, which is something I like out of them. Hey, good morning, Drakios.
War is coming. My students are loyal geniuses.
My students are loyal geniuses. Morning, Equinox. Welcome back. I had that noise. It comes from clicking quickly while Arena is loading through screens. Oh, I did try to cancel this match. That explains it. The Kasmina here is actually really good because she protects my Planeswalkers from, like, Bedevil and stuff while my opponent's missing on land drops. This card's been really impressive in all the various Planeswalker decks I've played. Yeah, a lot of these Grixis decks don't have main deck counter spells. So, I think I'm actually... So, like, the extra 2/2 here from Kasmina is not particularly relevant on the board. So I think I'm actually going to wait to activate her until I have something in hand that I don't really want. Because I don't want to, like, use her and, like, loot into a good spell and then have to discard a good spell here.
Another day are ruined.
Well, I guess Ugin should have killed Search for Azcanta, huh? I guess Ugin should have killed Search for Azcanta. Well, I mean, yeah, my opponent missed a bunch of land drops, right? So, like, it's only natural that their hand is like all spells. We're gonna, like, 1-for-1, 2 of my 2/2s. It's actually really funny, too, the fact that I didn't make the 2/2 with Kasmina, actually, like, it's likely gonna cost me this game, right? They have main deck Unmoored Ego. That is, that's something. Main deck Elderspell and Unmoored Ego.
I know 88 will hone your prowess.
I mean, we're probably dead here. The fact that I didn't make that 2/2 and they had an Elderspell means that we probably don't get to recover. Let's get rid of that activation there. Obviously, they could activate Azcanta this turn, but activating Azcanta takes 4 mana.
Gods once, I am one again. Perish.
The odds of this living are so low here, I think it's right to kill the Nicol Bolas. Why did they keep a Blood Crypt there? And they're unmoored egoing me instead of activating their Azcanta. Well, that seems good for me. Here's hoping we draw a Kasmina or a Sarkhan. Sarkhan would be a pretty good draw. Yeah, they also could have dispersed my token.
Wipe your bloodline from existence.
Listen, Spark Double, I know this isn't why we brought you into this deck, but it's what you're gonna do today, okay? This is your job. You're a servo now. You're now a servo. Don't you dare cast Cry. Oh no, they drew a land for the turn. Yes! Yes, the little servo who could. The little servo who could. God bless you, little servo. God bless us, everyone. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it, and do it, and do it, and do it again. Yeah, I agree, Ace. There's a good chance that if my opponent had just, like, not cast the unplayable card they put in their deck on Mortigo and just had activated their Azcanta, they probably would have won that game. Well, God bless. I like how casting the spell in game 1, like, directly lost them the game. And they left it in. They left it in for this one. God bless. Someone's asking about how do you get your screen view to the stack view at the bottom like I had there. At the top right-hand corner of the screen, there's a little toggle button. It would be approximately under where my portrait is on the overlay. Like it's underneath me right now, basically, when we're on that screen.
I have just the trick for this.
I think I'm in for the individually more powerful card here. I need a land, obviously, but ooh, I wonder if I'm supposed to blink there. Very possible I'm supposed to blink there. They left Cry. I guess they did lose to servos. I suppose they did in fact lose to servo tokens. Pretty sure there's a foil version of Spark Double. Considering it won us the game, it should be promoted. Sounds good, dude. We put the fear of the servos at him. Yep. I believe I made top 1,000, but unfortunately this is Wizards of the Coast, so they can't automate telling me I'm in the top 1,000. So I have to wait for them to manually send out an email letting me know if I made it or not. Can we put Blink in the ugly corner where it belongs? Alright, land please. Land please. Alright, that'll do, pig. Castable.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, the top 1,000 get to play in a Mythic Championship qualifier every other month, Paradise Sal. Well, that still doesn't let me cast Sarkhan, but it lets me do this, so... Alright, we beat the main deck on Mordigo. All is right with the world. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Plat tier 3. No, top 8 was just the first month, Paradise Sal. They did a ridiculous system the first month, and then they were good and refined it the second month. Oh no, I forgot to get foil Spark Double. Alright, we'll check after this. Don't play a basic mountain. Don't play a basic mountain. Don't play a basic mountain. Dang it. Dang it. I'm gonna concede. I'm gonna concede. This is a tactical concession. I don't want them to know what I'm playing. Our hand is never beating mono red. Probably can't trigger this card too consistently. Spark Doubles probably win more here. Let's try this. The first game was like okay. I wouldn't fault anyone for keeping it, but I think it was definitely worse than my average 6. The fact if the 2 lands that I had cast Thought Erasure, I would definitely keep that first hand, but I think the fact that they didn't meant that it was okay to mulligan. Hearthstone started their own MPL. Can I ask, how did they choose who's playing in their MPL-like thing for Hearthstone? Did they choose all professional players? Did they choose streamers? Did they do a mix of the two? That would be my question that I'm most interested in, like, what they ended up doing. Alright, let's go see if there's a foil Spark Double or not. That's true. If Hearthstone didn't exist, we'd all still be playing Magic Online. Must be acquired from a bundle. Only streamers with high enough points. What kind of points, Time Lord? All right, it was on sale. The Spark Double was on sale. Yeah, the verbiage there was wrong, right? Because it wasn't actually in a bundle. Wasn't actually in a bundle. That's really weird, Time Lord. I'd have thought they'd have picked auto chess streamers. Seems strange. Go away, sub-anniversary reminder. Thanks, Jimalu, for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Grixis hands. Yeah, it was funny. I was actually looking at his stats. I think he had streamed like 3 hours of Magic and like 20 hours of auto chess last week. I was like, that's kind of funny. You see all the games over 3 days of almost 24 hours of covered with rotating casters. That's awesome, Time Lord. That's a fantastic way to do it. Instead of fitting it all into a 4-hour slot on one day. Alright, they're digging for some lands here. If we run off running lands in a row here and get to Soot on 4, we might be okay. But yeah, I think that brick there means we're dead. One thing that's kind of exciting is Red Bull over the weekend announced that they're going to be doing a set of Magic the Gathering tournaments, and Red Bull is one of what's it called? Tempo Storm sponsors. So hopefully I'll have an in to play in some of those. They're bigger tournaments. I think they're 226 slots for each. It'll be fun to play in at least one of those. Put those affiliations to good work. This is probably a matchup where I want extra Ritual of Soot against their Wild Growth Walker package. Oh, they're actually a mix. Two of them are online tournaments, and two of them are, and actually their paper tournaments are modern tournaments, which is interesting. So they're doing 2 standard tournaments on Arena, and they're doing 2 physical modern tournaments in the EU somewhere. I want to cut here. Blink's probably a little slow. I think I want some counterspells. They're likely a thief deck. I think I'm going to trim these Saheelis, maybe. Yeah, Red Bull, like the energy drink. Yeah, Red Bull does a lot of esports related stuff for sure. For a variety of different games. Good to see a big company like that getting into Magic. More independent, non-Wizards based tournament series is good. Italy and Belgium, yep. Those are places in the EU, right? As an American who's blissfully ignorant, I'm pretty sure those are places in the EU. Double negate. Yep. Please cast both your creatures and die to this Ritual of Soot. Rats. Rats, they saw the line, chat. They sniffed out that the not holding the negate might be bad for them. That's fine. A 4/5's like a real big boy here, right? Like Kefnet's gonna hold the fort down for a little while. What's going on, Hammy? I would love to reveal that. Yeah, that one. Cast it for 2. And guess what? If you negate this, I get to do it again next turn. And like, they get to attack this Narset, but that's fine. That's fine. Because they know this other ritual's coming. I have 0 out of 10 kids in my room right now. Gotta love the last day of school. Nice. That is incredibly rude.
This was overwhelming.
Unfortunately, Kefnet is legendary, so I'm unable to cast him down. Snow day makeups. We had a lot of snow days this past year. Yeah, it's definitely a Simic Thief deck. Two different mass manipulation decks actually top 8 of the Grand Prix this weekend, which is sweet. It was really awesome getting to watch them play on coverage. Alright, so this is a land. Oh, it's not. Wow! Wow! The sick draw negates off of Growth Spiral get to copy it with Kefnet. Holy crap. I feel wronged. I feel wronged, chat. I feel like I've been hurt. That is a beating. Why would you do this to me, Kefnet? I thought we were friends. I loved you. I thought it was a land because it was pausing for him to click on it to put it into play, but it was definitely pausing because of that. Yikes. Yeah, famous last words, right? That's a land. Do you think I can get anything else in my mouth alongside my foot? Alright, well they're like taking forever and I can't win this game, so I'm gonna move along to the next one. We're 2-2 now. Let's try one more. Nice thing about jamming things on the ladder is we don't have to be done when we hit 2 losses. We can just keep trying. Sure. What MTGO deck we run today? We had a really bad run with Tron. I think I'm gonna take a break from Tron for a little bit. That deck's really dry. The stark contrast in my level of enjoyment between playing something like Tron and getting to play something sweet like Blue Black Fairies is just like night and day. We're actually gonna play some JAC tomorrow.
Oh, I look forward to seeing. We won't answer the other guilds.
They could have Nissa, but I think I want to just go ahead and kill this here. I don't think I want to get hit by a 5-drop this next turn. Ugh. This card is such a beating. I guess with the Ritual of Soot drawn, I get to end step. I get to cast down this Burb, untap Ritual of Soot. Wow, no haste there is really good for us. Means I get to untap, like I take one hit and then I get to Nicol Bolas it. Good chance we're still just dead to this. These green-red decks really mess up these control decks. They have such a diverse selection of threats. Well, I mean, even if Planeswalkers gave you a chance to kill them before you could activate their abilities, Teferi's static text would mean that you couldn't with him, right? I think I understand what you're saying, but 3-free is a bad example because of his static text. And yeah, I think Planeswalkers would be kind of terrible if you could kill them before they got to activate their abilities. Alright, so next turn I get to Narset, downtick, hopefully find Ritual of Soot, and if that happens, we can stabilize the board. If that doesn't happen, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. So we get 5 shots at our second ritual. This is game 1, so there's only 1 more ritual in my deck at the moment. We played Tron and it was terrible. Because playing Tron is kind of boring.
There are so many own your prowess.
Huh? I think I'm actually going to take Thought Erasure here, because it lets me break up this parade of Growth Chamber Guardians. Hey, NNN, thanks for the 14 months. Welcome back. I appreciate you keeping me around. Wow, no Spellbreaker is. Interesting. Wow, only one attacking my Narset seems like a pretty big mistake. I feel like they're supposed to play this and attack Narset with it, because, like, if this resolves, it guaranteed kills her, because it has hexproof.
Meditate and prepare.
Oh, Grixis control. This is why no one loves you. And before anyone asks, why didn't I Thought Erasure first? I didn't Thought Erasure first. Well, 1, it wouldn't have mattered. And 2, because generally speaking, using 1 Surveil to fix 1 out of 4 cards I'm about to look at is less impactful than using that Surveil to fix my draw step the following turn. Yeah, I think my opponent made a couple critical mistakes that game. Obviously, our deck's bad and their deck is very good, so, like, it doesn't really matter for them. But I think not hasting the dragon, and I think not using the Spellbreaker to kill my Narset gave me a lot of outs they didn't need to give me. Yeah, right, Grixis again. It's like, oh, Grixis. Alright. Seems pretty good. We're on the play. Have discard spell. Enter the God-Eternals is like a game-winning card in this matchup. It's very powerful. Fitting that I'm stuck in your area of the cornfields for my sub-anniversary. Why are you stuck? Hope you get unstuck soon. Thanks for the 18 months, Karn. Remember when I said this matchup was pretty bad for us? I present Exhibit A. All of these cards suck for me. Scheme. Hey, Beefcake, thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. This is for the submission you approved for Green Black Elves. Thanks for the content. Thanks for the donation. I appreciate it.
What's that? Something smells rotten. Wait, that might be me.
Alright, maybe we got a shot here. We're in a pretty okay spot, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. What are you doing?
Is there a way to look at outdated standard decks on your website like Blue Black Pirates? So decks like Pirates that I haven't updated since last season, if you go to the standard decks page, there's a expansion button at the bottom that says, hey, these are decks from last season that I haven't updated yet. You can also always find everything that I've played on my YouTube channel. So all the standard decks page of the website gets updated as the seasons change, the decks become better or worse. The YouTube channel has everything forever, and there's always deck lists in the video descriptions. Nah, Punchworthy, I don't like using my health total as a resource trying to get my opponent to make bad plays.
We won't answer that.
I'd rather just, like, make the good play assuming my opponent is reasonable at Magic, which the fact that they're, like, Platinum or above is probably not an unreasonable stance to take. What's the risk of milling the green-red list there? What's the benefit to milling the green-red list there? There's no downside to milling myself, and there's a potential risk to milling them, so I'd rather just not mill them.
Come and destroy.
Maybe you could hit Growth Chamber Guardians, that's really narrow. I didn't attack the Domri because my opponent's deck is full of haste creatures, and I don't want to lose my Planeswalker. My Planeswalker is more valuable than theirs, so I'd rather ensure that it lives. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm supposed to play the Ugin first there and plus this and make a 2/2. That's a good point. If they have Dire Fleet Daredevil, milling myself could be a downside. That's fair. They could have these fight, and then this can kill one of my Planeswalkers.
We are the many.
We're still in a pretty okay spot here. I get to draw 2 cards next turn, and then I get to Thought Erasure them. Really? I guess this makes blockers. Alright, hopefully there is a removal spell on top of my deck. I guess this means I get to keep my Nicol Bolas, right? The way I tap my lands for that Thought Erasure, I am taking 2 extra points of damage here. Yeah, this puts my Nick to 5, and then takes a point of power off of this. This seems fine.
And no hands.
I have to get another 2 draws next turn unless they find a haste creature. Yikes. Yikes! Ritual of Soot? Narset into Ritual of Soot? This is the Captain's Log, entry 2365, the search for a playable Grixis deck.